Welcome to bus lesson number 2, Bus Rules. Today, we will learn how to ride the bus safely by following our bus rules. Here you see a list of our bus rules. We will review each one individually as we move through the video. Notice, our bus rules are located in a couple locations on the bus. Here in the front of the bus, or right here next to the driver's seat. If you ever wonder what the bus rules are, they can be found here. Rule number 1. Listen to the bus driver the first time. Here you see the bus driver giving these students important lessons about riding the bus safely. As a student on the bus, you need to listen the first time. Rule number 2. Enter and exit the bus safely. In this clip, you will see this student point out some important features about riding the bus. The first thing you should do is make sure you're holding onto the railing. Second, you take one step at a time. Notice the student here, holding onto the railing and taking one step at a time. Let's watch that again as we exit the bus. One step at a time, moving slowly and holding onto the railing. Nice job. Rule number 3. Speak kindly and quietly. That means no foul language or cursing. It also means no making fun of other students. And finally, it means that we are to talk in a quiet voice. A quiet bus helps make for a safe bus ride. Notice this student here reminds the other student that he's being too loud. Rule number 4. Stay in your seat until your bus comes to a complete stop. That means we are to stay in our seat with our back against the back of the seat until the bus comes to a complete stop at only our bus stop. Once that happens, it is now time to get up and exit the bus. Rule number 5. No fighting. That means keeping our hands and feet to ourselves the entire bus ride, even if another student annoys us. Notice in this video clip that the students annoy each other by giving each other dirty looks. But this one student takes it too far by putting his hands on the other student. She reminds him it's not okay to put your hands on another student. Keep your hands and feet to yourself the entire bus ride. Now that we've introduced the first 5 rules, please take a moment to review with your parent or your teacher. Which rule do you need to improve on? Rule number 6. Keep your hands and feet and all other objects inside the bus at all times. Notice, this student reminds us that no hands or other objects like our book bags should go outside the bus at any time. They are to go on your lap and stay there for the remainder of the bus. Rule number 7. No eating or drinking on the bus. We need to keep the bus clean. Notice in this video clip, the student here is pulling out some food on the bus and offering it to another student. She quickly reminds him that it's not okay to eat or drink on the bus and that he needs to put it back in his book bag. The other part of rule number 7 is keeping the bus clean. The students in the next clip identify trash on the floor and dispose of it in the appropriate containers in the bus garbage can. Nice job. Rule number 8. Do not damage the bus. That means the bus should look the same as you exit the bus as when you entered the bus. In this next clip, the student is here doing his schoolwork, which should not be out until he gets home. When he gets bored, he thinks it's okay to write on the bus. The other student quickly reminds him that it is not okay to be writing on the bus. He needs to make sure that all pens and markers and any other objects go in his book bag where they belong. Rule number 9. Do not touch the emergency door or windows. This student here points out the emergency exit window. It is not to be touched except in an emergency. This other student points out the emergency exit door. It is not to be used except in an emergency. Rule number 10. Wait at your bus stop in an orderly fashion. This clip shows students being unsafe at their bus stop. They are not representing their school well, and they are not being safe waiting for the bus. This clip shows students being safe, waiting for the bus, and having a fun time while waiting for the bus. Notice, they're ready when the bus pulls up. Now that you've been introduced to the remaining 5 rules, please take a moment to review with your parent or your teacher. Again, which rule do you need to improve on? Thank you for watching bus lesson number 2, learning the bus rules. Now you're ready to ride the bus safely. We look forward to seeing you next time in bus lesson number 3, getting on the bus at your bus stop.